Hello, good evening, and welcome to DTCC Series 7 Round 2. Let me know if the audio's coming through, Mika. Good evening. Is it coming through okay? Give me a thumbs up or a yes. Alright, just gonna send this link to my mum and dad because they do like watching. Cool, good evening, Daz. Right, let me change that to that. And then send. Come on, change over, please. How are we all doing tonight? Come on. There we go. Right, let's change that. Share. That to that. There we go. Right, welcome to round 2. After hard fought round 1, we are at Daytona Raceway, which I think they say is the world centre of racing, something along those lines. If we ever look up the banking, up there somewhere, yes, world centre of racing, apparently. It's a damn fine track. So, round 2, this is the usual format, which 6 of the 8 races will be. Group 4s, followed by the Group 3s. We'll do our usual grid walk, take a look at the grid. As per you should know by now, we have reverse grids for the Group 4s. The top 5 in qualifying go to the back of the grid. So 6th fastest in qualifying is pole position. That is Dom Cinemod making his debut with DTCC. He's in 6th in his Lexus. And 7th is Wayne in his Jag, sporting a very nice little fade there. So Wayne's obviously been consulting the livery training course. That's Apple sponsored. Oh, let me move. I hit a wall. It's a bit like Martin Brundle. Can't go down there. Oh, yeah, there we go. Won't let me do that. You shall not enter. Right then, Dan is in 3rd on the grid in his Merc. And Snooze Alex in 4th in his Guinness sponsored Supra. So this season, just a reminder that the drivers do not have to change liveries every round. They can stick with the same livery for all 6 rounds if they want. But if they do change liveries, they get they have the capability to win themselves bonus points by getting the best livery of the night. So drivers who do change liveries get extra, potentially 3 or 1 point, depending on if they're 1st or 2nd. So Mika Carly in her Porsche, Liquid Molly Porsche, is I think 5th, lost track now. Then we got Mike in 6th in the McLaren. I think he had a bit of a drama on his qualifying lap. So the one-shot qualifying that we now do does tend to mix things up a little bit. Drivers get 1 lap and 1 lap only. So 7th on the grid, and therefore was 5th quickest in qualifying. That's who's in the Mitsubishi? I should know that. That's Dan. So another DTCC debutant is Dan, making a very welcome entrance to the DTCC. He's in his Mitsubishi in 7th. Then Daz, returning to DTCC, missed the first round. He's in his Nissan in 8th. Then we've got Alex making his 2nd race with DTCC in 9th. In his Lambo, his Batman Lambo, which looks pretty cool. It is Group 3 one, spectacular. Watch out for that. And then 10th is Matt, was 2nd quickest in qualifying, and then getting all the points for qualifying. So it's all 6 is Chris in his Mustang. So there we go. That's the lineup for the Group 4s. The usual rules apply. So whatever tyres they chose out of medium and softs in qualifying, they have to use the opposite in the race. So I think everyone bar Dan, it was qualified on mediums and is now on the softs. All right, for the race. So let's get everything sorted. That's all good. That's all good. Right, so let's get ready for 15 minutes, 8 laps around Daytona. It's a bit of a misty evening by the looks of it, but no rain. Right, here we go. The start, and turn 1, turn 2 and turn 3 are always chaotic, so we'll see what happens. Waiting for the lights to turn from red to blank, and here we go. It's a bit of a slow start. Cinnamon looks like jumped the start and got a slow start because of it. So they go into the first corner, it's 3 abreast. They go across the line along the banking. And what's going to happen as we go into the first corner? Cinnamon leads us in. Wayne goes wide. It looks like everyone else just about gets through. Cinema's got the lead, but it looks like we're 3 abreast as we go through the kinks. It looks like Dan's got hit. He's got hit again. What's Dan? Dan's all over the place, and Mike is getting his tank slapper on as well. It looks like it's all kicking off. Snooze is being pushed off. Daz is in there. Alex is in there. Let's have a watch back. Let's see what happened. Let's go back to, let's watch Dan because he seemed to get the brunt of that one. Let's watch from outside Dan's car. That's not really showing it, so let's try and watch. There we go. So he gets a little nudge there, gets on the grass, so he takes Chris out, Mike hits him, and then he gets done by just about everyone. Poor Dan. Dear me, look, he's on the infield, gets reset. In the meantime, it looks like also Wayne's gone off and Snooze has gone off as well. Let's just see what happened to Wayne. I think Wayne might have just been, let's see what, so a seeing car from his view. I think it was just wrong place at wrong time, so you can see that Daz goes a little bit wide. Dan's playing ping pong, and then we get a returning Dan, gives Daz a nudge, which then takes out Snooze, and Wayne goes off in sympathy as well. So, chaos as we predicted. Right, oh, I wish I had the keyboard. Right, so at the front, Cinnamon has broke clear, and we got Little's GP's already up for the back. Let's have a watch from his car, shall we? Let's just see what happens with Little GP. Right, into the, let's go in car with him. Into the first corner we go. You can already hear there's all sorts of thumping going on. Manages to, just avoid the tyres in the inside. And he manages to get into second. And then we'll see Dan hits us, but we get away with it somehow. Let's see what's going on behind us. All sorts of carnage. Watch the drone footage from the front. Goes a bit wide, but you can see it is all kicking off. So he's up to second already. Then Mike's managed to avoid the carnage, he's up to third. Dan's in fourth, with Matt up from 10th to 5th. Daz is in 6th. Alex is in 7th. And Matt looks like he's got to move Dan on down. I think he has. Yes, he has. Dan is his first, I think it's his first ever lobby, amazingly enough. So he's doing well already to stay out of the carnage. Alex is in 7th, but he makes a dive down the inside. Dan, is he going to get that one done? I think he does. Let's have a look. The four-wheel drive of the Lambo might pull it clear. But no, it looks like Dan will stay on these two. I think everyone else is, let's have a quick look. So Carly's in 8th, Snooze is 9th, Dan is 10th, and Wayne's the 11th. So let's have a look what's going on between these two. So yeah, it looks like we'll go on board with Dan. We've got the Lambo right in front of us. We come into the bus stop for the first time, where they're each going to brake. Oh, looks like Dan's going to try and go around the other side. Let's brave through there. So let's follow my leader in front. So the Lambo pulls away a little bit. Right, so let's have a look at the front. Cinema's now got Little's GP right behind him. As we come around the banking, end of lap 1. Let's go on board with the Mustang. What have we got behind us? So we've got a 3-way scrap behind us as well. So we'll concentrate on the lead for the minute. So it looks like Chris is doing the move on Seymour, just blast past. So Cinema can contest it as we go into the first corner. No, he doesn't. Let's have a look what's going on behind. So Matt's up to 3rd. Looks like there's a bit of argy-bargy going on, the usual code. Dan's just trying to get his way up into 4th. He's now alongside Mike. Here comes Mike through the kinks we go. Left-hand kink isn't given a, the right-hand kink isn't given a number for some reason, even though it's most definitely a corner. So Mike's in 5th. He's now got, looks like Alex is going past him as they come through into the kink of turn 4, and clean past. Nice move done by the Lambo driver. He's clean through. Then we got a battle going on here between Carly and Dan. Dan's down to 8th. Off that nice start, we'll settle down. There's Snooze and Dan having a battle, and Dan goes round the outside. What a move that was. Let's watch that again. Let's go in car with Dan. That was a blinder of a move. Look at this, round he goes. Bye bye, Alex. See you later. What a move. It's got to be down for a move of the year so far. Love that. Right, let's go back to sorry, without the keyboard. It's really nice. So Chris is making a bit of a break for it. So he's got that Mustang up and running. Cinemon's now in second. He's got Matt in the Chevy in third. Daz is close behind him in fourth. See how misty it is. And he's got Lambo's a little bit further behind. The other battles going on at the moment. I don't think so. Carly's up to seventh, so it's Dan in eighth. Oh, we got here. It's a Snooze, and so Dan's now caught up right behind Snooze. So Dan's obviously had a bit of an off. Snooze is going back again. So Dan's sizing him up. Is he going to make a move as they come around the banking? Let's just keep an eye on these two for the minute. I don't know if there's anything going on up ahead of them. No, but looks, we see how missed it is. Right, so is Dan going to have a go back at Snooze? Let's go. Oh, I'll get these right in a minute. There we go. Watching from the back of the Toyota. The Toyota's pretty quick on the straight. Is Dan going to make a move as they come blasting into turn one? Doesn't look like it. Oh, he's going to have a go. He's going to have a go. Is he going to make a... Oh, I didn't thought about it, but didn't do it at the end. Right, Matt has just got past Cinemod. Oh, so it looks like Cinemod. There he goes. Matt is right on the tail of Cinemod as we come over the bank, around the banking into lap 3, under brakes into the first corner. It looks like Cinemod just went a bit deep on the brakes, locks up. Matt is through. That allows Daz into third. Cinemod rejoins back in fourth. What can they do now about the leader? This was GP. He's up front. Hasn't got the fastest lap though. He's at 54.965. Matt has got the fastest lap of 54.91. So Daz is up to third. Cinemod's down to fourth, and Alex in his Batman livered Lambo is fifth. Mike is sixth. Mika's in seventh, with Dan following very closely. Let's see what the Porsche can do against the Mitsubishi. And Dan's having a little look as they go into turn 6, which leads us on to the banking. It's a really tricky corner, this one, especially in the Group 3. You'll see all sorts of shapes being thrown as they go around there. And then, there we go, great battle going on. These two are really scrapping. You've got Wayne getting in the mix now as well. So, cracking battle going on for 9th, 10th, 11th. Let's see what Wayne can see as we go over the banking. Is Snooze giving Dan a bit of a bump draft? Could be, but here comes the Jag. Keep an eye on what's going on up front, but let's stay on these guys. They go into the bus stop for the third time. So, oh, is it Jag going to have a go? He does. Oh, he does both of them. What close. That looked really close, and it looks like, let's have a watch again, but I think that might be a little optimistic by Wayne, but so he came from quite a long way back. Here we go, into the bus stop, down the inside, they go 3 abreast. Oh, looks like Snooze gave Wayne a little bit of a touch there. So into the bus stop goes the Jag. So, across the line we go then, into lap 4. Chris takes fastest lap, 54.784. Matt's behind him with 54.9, so they're pretty close. Daz done a 55 flat. Cinemod after his little adventures of 56. And AJ Motorsport, which is Alex, he's now right on the tail of the Mitsubishi in front of him. Stan goes defensive, Cinemod goes defensive. It looks like that Lambo is trying to make a move. And so we've got Carly's, so Mike has gone dropped a place. Carly's up to 6th. And then we've got Dan, who's right on the tail of the McLaren. Here we go. Watching the other side of the McLaren as we go into the kink. Dan thinks better of it. Thinks better fight another day and try and pass for any outside, but he's going to make a move down the inside, but not quite. Side by side with the McLaren as they no-go into turn 6. Who's going to get this one first? It's the McLaren. Who's going to get it first onto the brakes? Looks like they're pretty even, the Stevens. We go outboard. Looks like the Mitsubishi's got the drive out of the corner, and I think that four-wheel drive just pulled in clear of the McLaren. So up to 7th goes Dan, down to 8th goes Mike, and Snooze Alex is in 9th, with Dan still right on his tail though, and then we got the recovering Wayne. Right, back to the front we go. Chris is still leading, and we got Matt, who looks like he's been closed down by the Nissan. And we got a battle here, so Cinemod, and we do like the in-car views, so they just look good. Cinemod, you can see the Lambo in our mirrors. Which way is he going to go? Let's look from the Lambo. He's giving Cinemod a bit of a bump draft. And all the time as well, we were keeping an eye on what's going on up in front of us. Looks like Daz is going to make is it Daz going to have a go at Matt as we go into turn 1? Or not quite back, covers the inside, so we're looking back now. The Lambo is alongside Cinemod. Good bit of drive. Oh no, Cinemod unfortunately hit the it looks like he hit the apex of tyre barrier. Let's have a watch from. Oh, just clipped it. So unlucky. And then Alex had no choice but to give him a thump. Has now got front end damage. Cinemod's now got rear end and front end damage. So Carly in the Porsche is up to 5th, sorry. And all the while we got Matt has now got Nissan. So oh, look at this! Daz has got past Matt. How did that happen? Let's get that one again. Ah, it looks like that was a good move by Daz. Right, so we pulled away just at the wrong time. Looks like Matt went a bit deep. Daz just got the fastest lap of the race, 54.5. Matt goes a little bit deep into the corner, and Daz just sails on through. Nice move by Daz. Up to 2nd. His first DTCC race for a while. He's up to 2nd in the Nissan. If you're in the chat, come and say hi. Right, so Matt's down to 3rd. What can he do about that Nissan now? Can he get him back? It looks like he's trying to line him up as they go into turn 5. So he make a dive down the inside, not quite. That covers the inside. It's a tricky corner. Double apex, it gets tighter as you go through it. Let's have a look from the roof of Daz's car. Chevy's all over the back, getting closer. This is where the Nissan, I think, will pull clear. You can see the traction of the four-wheel drive Nissan's good, but Chevy's right behind us. All right, let's see what else we can see. So Alex is now safe in 4th. Carly's done a great job in 5th. Dan recovering in 6th. Mike in 7th. Cinemod Dom in 8th. Dan's currently winning the battle for 9th between himself and Snooze. Snooze is in 10th and Wayne's in 11th. So, looks like the battle is for 2nd place at the moment. And Daz has got it, but Matt's right behind him. Let's go on board with Matt. He's going to try and get a tow. Is he going to bump draft the Nissan? Yes, he is. There we can see the Chevy, Valvoline sponsored Chevy, and gives us another little bump draft. So they're obviously trying to work together to try and catch the leader. Right, so it's Matt going to make a move as we go onto the roof. He's going to make a move down the inside, but not quite. Daz covers it nicely, goes a little bit wide. Is Matt going to get the run as they come out? Let's go on board with Matt. He's alongside Daz through the kinks. Daz gives him room. Nicely done. A little bit of a jiggle as they go over the curve. Look at this. This is cracking racing between these two. Can Matt get a switch back? Not quite. This has got so much grunt coming out. So, battle join between these two. We're on lap 6 already. Let's see. So Chris is slowly escaping. There he is up front. He's just done the fastest lap of the race, 54.4. And these two are going to be slowing each other down. Let's see. Matt is trying everything he can to get past that Nissan. Daz is placing it in all the right places. Alright, let's see what else is going on. So Alex will be hoping that the two in front of him slow themselves up. There we got Porsche in 5th. Dan did a 56.9. Carly did a 57.4. So Dan's slowly catching. We'll keep an eye on that one. Mike's on his PB. He's a little bit behind. He's got Cinnamod catching him up quite quickly. Looks like Cinnamod's had an adventure on that previous lap. Down to 8th. But he's closing fast. Let's see if he can get the move done. He's closing really quickly on the McLaren as we come into the bus stop. On lap 6, that McLaren is good. It's nice on his tyres, but it's a little bit lacking on top end. As we go through the bus stop, there comes the Lexus. Is he going to give us a bump, or is he going to drive past? No, he gives us a nice little bump. That's very nice of him. Up in the 6th we go. Right, is he going to make a move on the McLaren as we come into the first corner for the 7th time? Goes wide. Is he going to try and go around the other side? No, it might close the door. Oh, he goes for a move down the inside. That was nice. Can he make that one stick? He can. Yes, he does. So nicely done by Cinnamod. Outbreaks the McLaren. Looks like he's set fair there. Let's go. This looks like Snooze has been passed by Wayne. I wonder when that was done. How far back we have to go? We have to go back a long way for that. So let's get back to where we were. Right. So Little's GP is leading lap 7. Got Daz and Matt still at it. Chevy cannot find a way past that Nissan. To our Mama Sykes in the chat saying, no, this is racing. It is indeed. Matt is right behind him, 3rd. Looks like the Lambo, they're not slowing each other themselves down enough for the Lambo to catch up. Guy's doing a good job for CMS Racing in 5th. Dan's in 6th. Cinema, we'll keep an eye on that. Can he catch Dan? He's certainly lapping quicker at the moment. He's just a 55.5. Dan did a 58. So, but let's go to the battle for 3rd. It's still raging between these two. Matt is trying to get on the gearbox of that Nissan. So we go into the banking, coming into the penultimate, the last lap. What can the Chevy do? Little's GP has now pulled well clear. I didn't even talk about tyres, did we? I think everyone's on softs, as I said. Chris is going through his, but it won't be a problem. He's got one more lap to go. Daz has still got plenty of meat left. His front's starting to go a bit, but looks like Matt is now going to make. Is he going to make a move as he goes into the first corner? No, Daz covers it off very nice again. Matt's trying to go out wide and get a switch back. As we go through the kinks, that's a proper corner. Why have I give that a name? I have no idea. So into the International Horseshoe. Matt's trying to get a switch on as they come out of it. So this is what Daz can see in his rear view mirror. That Chevy has not left his tail since Daz passed him. Let's have a look. So 4th is fair set. 5th is looking okay as well. Constantine, have a look. You can see 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th all in the same screen. And Dan's got a little bit of a gap from Wayne, and then Alex has gone off at turn 1. So Chris comes onto the banking for the last time. Daz has still got a boot full of Chevy. What can Matt do? So Chris is coming into the bus stop. As long as he doesn't make any mistakes, which Chris will not. He never does because he's a robot. What can Daz do? He's got Matt right behind us. Go on board with Matt as we go into the bus stop for the last time. Daz is covering the inside. Is Matt going to try and throw one on the outside? That'd be brave to go through there as they go through the bus stop. And then as they come through, oh, a little bit of break on the exit. I think that's thrown Matt off a little bit. And as a result of that, Daz has got a little tap, and I think that's it. I think that's it. Right, so let's see the winner. He won the Group 3 race in the first round at Sardinia. He's going to continue the winning streak. So Chris takes first place in the Group 4. Well done, Chris. And here comes Daz, a brilliant second place. Matt in third. A hard fought battle between those two. That was great to watch. Across the line comes Alex in fourth. Nicely done. Mika, where's Mika? Mika's coming across the line now. So a great fifth place for the Porsche driver. And we got a race here. So it looks like Cinnamod did catch Dan. It looks like it's going to be a neck and neck. But yeah, well done. Cinnamod and Dan both finishing nicely in 7th, 6th and 7th. Mike finishes 8th. So good start to DTCC life for Cinemod. That's Dom and Dan. Dan comes across the line, a good 9th. Had a good battle there with Wayne and Alex. So he finishes 9th. Wayne finishes 10th. And here comes Snooze to finish 11th. And I will stop the replay when he comes across the line. Now, right, that was a race, wasn't it? So, first blood for the night for Chris. He takes the win in his Mustang, followed by Daz in second. You can see there that Daz and Matt were pretty much that close through the whole race. So Daz gets a great second. Matt finishes on the podium in third. Alex was fourth in his Lambo. There's some rubbish views, but Carly was fifth. Porsche. Dom finishes 6th in his Lexus. Good start, as we said. Dan is 7th as well, which I think that was Dan's first ever league race. So did very well. 8th was Mike in the McLaren. 9th was Dan in the Mercedes. 10th was Wayne in the Jag. And then we'll let Alex cross the line in 11th. So there we go. That was the Group 4. Right, we'll load up the Group 3. So it's a reverse grid in the Group 3s, as per usual. Let's load that one up. And we've got the usual now tyre allocations, so let's pause that. Got tyre allocation where each driver has a allocated number of tyres they can use in the race for all 6 Group 3s. And we shall go as follows. So Snooze is on pole in the Toyota. That's a particularly rubbish angle. Can't even see him. But he's on softs. Then Wayne in the Jag. We started on mediums. So will Dan in the Merc. Then the Doritos McLaren of Mike. He's on mediums. Dan is going softs in his Mitsubishi. I do like that. That looks nice. Cinemard, Dom in his Lexus, somewhere in the lights. He's on mediums. Carly is, that's a good view of the Porsche. He's on mediums. Alex in the Lambo, he's on mediums. Matt in the Chevy, he's on mediums. Daz is going soft. Okay, Daz in the Nissan, he's going soft for his first stint. And then Little's GP is on mediums. Mike in the chat says, so Little's GP, which is Chris, says, evening all. Mike says, replay we break. Tell me when you're back, Mike, and I'll start. No, I won't, because we've had enough of waiting for you last week. Mike caused the entire lobby to crash. Right, so let's go. On pole, rolling start. Usual rules. No rain expected. They'll race through the night in this one. So here we go. Snooze will lead us away in the Toyota. Away we go. It's quite hard to jump start this one. So the Toyota leads us away. And it looks like Wayne is already on his tail. Look at that. That Jag's got some grunt. Is he going to make a move in the first corner? No, he isn't. Dan's in third. Looks like we got Mike trying to make a move. Does he make a move on the Mitsubishi? He's going to try and go. Oh, Mitsubishi cut him off nicely there. They could defend it. Then we've got, as they come through, it's Carly in 7th. Cinemod's in 6th. Carly looks like she's trying to make a move. It's too far away, but it looks like everyone's fairly well ordered. But no, it looks like Dom's got taken by, nice move by Carly. I don't know if there was contact there, but he's been shuffled down to 8th. He's now got Alex right behind him. And then Daz all over the back of the Lambo. Let's have a look at the front. So Snooze is leading. Wayne's in 2nd. Dan's in 3rd. Mike's in 4th. Carly's 5th. Matt's up to 6th. So a good start from Matt. Up from 9th on the grid. Behind his teammate now. There's Cinemod in 7th. Little's GP has also had a good start in the Ford GT in the rocket ship. And then Daz is in 9th. Alex is down to 10th. And down unfortunately had a drama there. He's dropped down to 11th. So Snooze leads us across the line. Thanks, Mike, for sharing that. This is a family audience, Mike. Into the bus stop we go, and he's got Jag right behind. Looks like Dan's trying to make a move. Dan's on softs. Snooze and Wayne are both on mediums. So Dan's got a tyre advantage here. And he's trying to make a move on that Jag. That Jag's pretty strong in the straight line. Mike's in fourth, Matt in fifth. So there's a big battle going on here as well. So it looks like Chris is alongside both the Lexus and the Porsche. Is he going to make the move as they go round the banking across the lap? Start line for that way. He's done it, and Snooze is still leading though, with Wayne still holding second. So, but it looks like, oh, what's up to Wayne? What's up to Wayne? What happened to Wayne? Oh, I don't watch that. I watch Wayne. What happened to Wayne? Did he hit that first corner? Oh, he did hit the tyres. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's so easily done. So Alex has got a bit of a gap now to Dan. Well, so I go, Matthew. So Dan's in third, and Matt and Mike are battling as well. Looks like Matt's got down the inside of Mike. So the Corvette is now up to third. Let's watch that one. We watched everyone else's. So you can see, let's watch Matt as he tries to make a move on the McLaren. Oh, nice move. Just down the inside. Mike gives him plenty of room though. That's what we like to see in DTCC. Lots of room given there. And there goes the Corvette. Right, Little's GP is already up to fifth now, flying in the GT. So we've got Matt and Chris have made some gains. Carly is still in sixth in the Porsche. And then we've got Dom, oh, a bit wide there from Daz, but he managed to keep hold of it. Oh, he's got a spinner in the background. Oh, that's Alex. He's gone round in his Batman liveried Lambo. We'll concentrate that in a little time later because it looks fantastic. So Snooze crossing the line, lap 2, still in the lead. Look at this, Alex doing a fine job in the Toyota. Dan's in second. Dan is on softs, as we said, just gone faster. Actually, I thought he'd gone fastest. Snooze has got the fastest lap. So Matt coming across the line now. Actually, no, coming to the bus stop. Look at that as they come screaming through the bus stop. That looks amazing. This is why we love Daytona. Look at this at night. So Snooze leads us across the line, and we've got first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Is Dad still there? No, it's just a little bit off. All in the lines, we come screaming around the banking. Right, into turn one we go, and looks like there's a battle here for second. Matt's going to try and make a move around the outside of Dan, thinks better of it. Dan tries to go down the inside of Snooze and gets it done. I think he's made that one stick. Oh no, Alex has gone a bit sideways. Got a bit squirrely coming out. So he's dropped down to fifth. And here comes Carly trying to take advantage of it. Is Carly going to get that one? Does she get down the inside of the Toyota? Yes, she does. Is that one going to stick? I think so, yeah. So look at that. Snooze, unfortunately, a slight mistake in turn one. He's dropped down to sixth. It's that close. There's Daz now, going to try and catch up to the Toyota. There's Cinemod. Wayne is now recovering in ninth. Dan's actually caught up the back of the field there in 10th, and then Alex is on a recovery drive. So Dan is now leading. First race in DTCC. He's on the soft, but he is leading. Just got himself a purple. Matt is now up to second. We'll watch how the fuel pays out and the tyres as we go through. And here comes Chris in the Ford. Carl in the Porsche. They're going into the bus stop. Look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? And here comes the McLaren, and then here comes the Jag. It's down a little bit further back, and look at that livery from Alex. See if we get a better view. Look at that. That looks spectacular. Right, enough of that. Here's a battle for the lead. Looks like Matt is trying to go around the outside of Dan. Let's go on board with Dan. It looks like Matt's done it. Past he goes, and looks like here comes Chris as well, as we look from the back of the CMS Racing Chevy. Chris goes around the outside, but it looks like Dan's fighting him. Both give each other room. Look at this. Got a drag race now as we come through the kinks. Is Chris going to get this one done? I think he has. There we go. Nice move there by Chris, up to second. Look at that for you. Oh, we've just caught Alex giving Carly a bit of a nudge. That will go to the stewards, I'm sure, and that's allowed Daz to get 4th place, and now Snooze has got Cinnamod right behind him. Can Cinnamod take advantage of that? So that one will be sent to the stewards, I am sure. Alex carrying on in 5th. Oh, a bit of a snap there of oversteer from Cinnamod to try to get the power down. That's a fiendishly tricky corner, that one. And then we've got McLaren of Mike in 7th. Wayne is doing a good job catching up. Sakali now will be feeling a bit frustrated by that. Was rolling along nicely in 5th. He's now down to 9th. Got to recover from there. There's Dan in the Merc in 10th. And then Alex trying to do a recovery job in 11th. We're going purple, so setting some decent pace. So Matt is now leading, but he's got that Ford right behind us. He's purple by 0.6 of a second. As we come off the banking, you see, look at that. That Ford is just hauling him in as they go over the banking. Round the outside he goes. I don't think there's a lot Matt can do about that. No, you can see the Ford's just driven straight through. Doing 174 as we come off the banking into turn 1. But Matt is not being dropped though. He's sitting into turn 1. Look at this. Oh, fighting the back end of that Chevy. Mika saying in the chat, 4th to 9th. Yeah, that's unlucky. Right, so 1st place. Look how tight these two are. Then Dan has now got a bit of a clear 3rd. Daz is in 4th. Snooze is in 5th. Cinnamon is 6th, Mike in 7th, and then Wayne in 8th. Here comes Carly in 9th. This is a good view, isn't it? Look at that. And there's Dan in 10th. Doesn't that look spectacular as they all go through the infield? So Little's GP, he's still got that Chevy right behind him though. Let's see what he can see through his rear view mirror, if I can find it. Oh, just give us a rear view mirror. There we go. So as they go around the banking, the Chevy's right behind us. Into the bus stop. Matt's starting to get a little bit of a tow. There might be some fuel saving going on, I think now. Chris clips the wall as we go through. Chevy's quicker through the both of them pushing the track limits to the limit, but I think they're both alright. The Chevy is definitely got the is quicker through the bus stop, that's for sure. But look at that, right up the exhaust pipe of that GT. Is he going to make a move as they go into turn 1? I just don't think that Matt's fuel saving. You can see he's allowing the Ford to just pull away a little bit. So Matt's probably saving a bit of fuel because he'll be able to recoup that in the pit stops. So go into turn 1. Oh, it gets really close again to the Chevy's good on the brakes. That Ford GT is phenomenally quick down the straights, but the Chevy is keeping it real in the corners. Look how close these two are. So then we've got Dan in 3rd, doing a good job in his softs. Daz looks like he's reading him in a bit though, so that's an interesting camera angle. I haven't seen that one before. So Daz did a 49.2. Dan did a 49.0 actually, so Dan's ever so slightly pulling away a bit. And Snooze, 48.8. So Snooze doing great lap times in the Toyota, but he is on mediums. But then so is Daz, so Toyota's got some pace. Then we've got Cinnamon doing a great job on these mediums, hanging in there, as is Mike as well. So they've got the advantage of the tyres over the guys in front of them. Let's just see what's going on about the front. So bit of a gap now between the pair of them. Matt's on a purple, but not a huge amount going on. So a bit of fuel saving from the pair of them. So what can we do here? We've got 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th all very close together. We follow Mike. Mike's making, is he going to make a move in the bus stop? That would be brave, but thought better of it, not surprising. Or gets a bit of a tank slap as he comes out. Loses a bit of connection with the guys in front. Let's just see what's going on up front. It looks like Matt is very close again. So Chris has got a Chevy right behind him again. They come into turn one. This is where Matt was super strong on the brakes. Is the Chevy going to have a go now? Oh, look how close they're getting though. Really pushing each other, and they're starting to pull away from the guys behind. So they're dropping Dan, even though Dan's on softs, and you can see Dan's rear right is looking pretty fraught. And look at this for a race. Got Daz, just done a 48.9. Snooze has just done his PB of a 48.6, and he's got Cinemod right behind him. He's just done his PB, and Mike's look at this. So let's watch from Mike's car. We got 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th all on top of each other. Mike's pushing hard as well. He's just running off the track, but didn't lose too much time. Let's go for the back of Snooze's car so we can see Cinemod and Mike. Tyres going a little bit wide. Cinemod's trying to get the power on. Let's go on board with Cinemod. So we got Mike behind us, dropped off a little bit. Can we do anything? Oh, Snooze has gone wide. He's going to get the run. I think he is. There's the Lexus goes past, and we've got Mike right on our tail now. Let's go from Mike's car. He looks to make a move on the Toyota. Goes for a move down the inside, and oh no, Alex, they cut across him, and he's, where's he gone? Where have he gone? There he is, just recovering. That was a shame. As Wayne goes past. Looks like a bit of a contention of a racetrack there, and Mike's gone off as well. Let's see what happened there. So it looks like Mike is trying to make a move down the inside of Cinemod, gets alongside as they go into the bus stop. A little bit of contact there, a little bit more, and just unfortunate. Yeah, just a little bit of a nudge from Cinemod. They'll go to the stewards as well, unfortunately. So Mike rejoins in 8th. Looks like Carly's coming along in 9th. Is she going to get the Amaka? Might do as we catch up. Let's have a quick look what's going on at the front. And we've still got this battle going on. So Matt is certainly not letting that Ford get away as they go through the kicks. Chris is starting to go defensive now, so Matt is certainly harrying that Ford. Can he go around the outside? That'll be tight. As Chris gets back on the power as we go watch from the roof of the Ford GT. So we watch go into the horseshoe. This is super close between these two. We haven't seen these two fighting like this on track for a long, long while. Oh, Matt's gone a little bit wide. Gone a little bit wide. That's dropped him off. That was a bit of a shame, but that corner is tricky. Goes a little bit wide, and Little's GP has got the brake he needed. That'll drop him, drop Matt out of the tow. So can Little's GP make a bit of a break on it? In the chat we say, this GP saying to Kai, has he got any less pay for the last 5 days? Kai said not really, could have a decent result. Hopefully next Wednesday goes a little bit more smoothly, says Chris. Right, so Chris leading by about 2.5 seconds from Matt. Then Dan is in 3rd. His right rear is looking quite nasty. And Daz is in 4th. His tyres not looking that brilliant either, but this ain't good on its tyres. Then Cinemod is in 5th, but under with a penalty potentially over his head. Then Wayne has made his way nicely, actually. Snuck up nicely. He's kept out of trouble. He's up to 7th. Mike's in... Wayne's up to 6th. Mike's up to 7th. He's down to 7th. Carly is 8th. And we've got Matt and Dan are in. So Matt is shedding his mediums very early. So 8 laps into an 18-lap race. Dan, I'm not surprised. He could have got maybe a couple more, a lap or so out of those soft, but his softs are looking pretty knackered. But what will Matt do? He's still got over a quarter of a tank of fuel left. Let's check Chris's fuel. So Chris has got just under a quarter of a tank of fuel left, so a little bit of advantage there to the Chevy. Not a huge amount, but a little. Daz has got a quarter left. Cinema just under a quarter, so they're all fairly similar. Wayne's doing a good job in the Jag, and Wayne has just gone purple for the first sector. Just done a 48.7, so getting some good lap times now at that Group 3. I think now he's dialed the traction control up a little bit. Looking good for the Jag, looking nice. So Mike's recovering up to 5th. Carly's in 6th. We'll see where Matt comes out. Alex is up to 7th now. Doing a good job. He's got over quarter of a tank. Oh, what's that for? We got a yellow. Who's that yellow for? Oh no, what was that? Cinnamon, looks like he's dropped it. Just getting going again, and I think he's going to get passed by Mike. Here comes Mike. Past he goes. Yeah, unfortunately we've got Cinnamon's bit of damage there. Mike gets back that 4th place. Right, so Matt has come out on softs. So he's elected to use his first set of softs of the season. He's got virtually a full tank of fuel. And Dan's come out on softs as well. So Dan is double softing. And the other Dan, he's still going around his mediums. Just done his PB as well, 49.4. So the laptops are dropping. And Snooze recovering. He's just done a PB of 48.6 as well before his adventures. In fact, he's been in for pits, hasn't he? He's gone into the pits after that spin. And he's put the hards on, interestingly enough. So obviously felt his tyre wear was so great that he needs to go on hards. So, up front then. Little's GP starting to wear those mediums. Let's see how far he gets into the race before he swaps tyres. See that pushing every 10th, I think it's going to count here, because if the form from round 1 is anything to go by, Matt in the Chevy will have a shorter stop. So Chris had about a 2.5 second lead before the stop, Matt. So let's see how this shakes out. There's Daz, he's up to 2nd now. Although I think he'll be going in fairly soon. His right rear isn't looking too comfy either. Yeah, he's 2.6 down, so he's starting to lose a bit of pace. But look at this, so Wayne and Cinnamod, it looks like Wayne's going to get moved down into turn 6. Does he get it done? Oh, look at that, side by side. I'd like to see that. What a move by Wayne. So, oh, a fish-tailing Lexus. He's going to come in for fuel soon, but a nice move by Wayne, up to 4th now. That Jag's going well, and he's still got fuel. It's just on a PB of 48.5. So the Jag's flown along nicely, and Mike did a 50, so Wayne is cracking on there. See what... So Wayne is only a second off the pace of Chris, and Chris is in. Right, so let's see. Probably could have got maybe one more lap out of that. So let's see where he comes out. Daz is carrying on. No, Daz is in as well. And he comes. Just see what he puts on. So will Mike take the lead? Through he comes. He's not pitting, so Mike takes the lead in the McLaren. Oh, no, he's going in. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Really late decision that was. In comes Cinnamod. In comes Carly. So, where is Matt going to come out then? Relative to Wayne. Wayne is leading. Look at that. We've got to show that. Wayne has taken the lead in the Jag. A bit of a misdemeanor at the start, but he's now in the lead with Alex in 2nd now. Here comes Matt. Where's Chris? Chris is still fueling. Matt is coming around turn 1. Chris is still fueling. Matt has got the lead. Look, he goes through past the pit exit. Where's Little GP? There he comes. There he comes. It spits you out quite a long way forward. So Chris has come out in 4th, but Matt is through turn 3 already, the horseshoe. Where's Chris? Can we see him? Yeah, there he is. There's your gap. Matt's just done the fastest lap of the race, a 46.6 on his softs. Chris is on mediums. And you can see the difference in fuel as well. Matt has got 3/4 of a tank left. Chris is full. Mika's saying Tokyo in the rain smoothly. Well, most likely in the rain. Yeah, keep watching the forecast. I don't think it's quite as rainy as we expect now. I think it's going to be light drizzle. Right, so Wayne leading. He's got a battle on. Looks like we've got a battle here between Alex. Alex has just got the lead. And they're side by side as they come into the bus stop. Looks like Alex is going to get the move done. They're side by... Oh, Wayne, I thought about fighting it. And then probably thought, yeah, taking the grass might not be a bad plan. So Alex, from the back, the stealthy as Batman, is now up into the lead. Pow bang indeed. Now, I think his fuel is starting to look pretty low, as is Wayne, so I think these two will be in. Yep, here they come. Here comes the Lambo. If that doesn't win best livery of the night competition, I'll be amazed. And then here comes Wayne in the Jag. Moment of glory. led a DTCC race, both of them on merit. Right, Matt takes the lead in the Chevy. What can he do? Can he keep Chris at bay? Did a 46.608 and a 46.649. Chris is on his just done his outlap, so we'll see what he can do. And Dan is in third. He's got Daz right behind him. Can Daz? Daz is on mediums though. You see, they're all still quite close. We've been racing for 20 minutes. There's not that much between the top four. So Dan's on soft. So can he keep those tyres alive? Because he stopped quite early on lap 8. Wayne's in. Wayne's out, sorry. Oh, Wayne's got the jump. Look at that. Wayne under-fueled a little bit compared to the Lambo. Wayne is back out in 6th. Not that far behind Mike. So Mike is on mediums with 2/3 of a tank. Wayne, also Jack is good on fuel, or the way Wayne's driving it. He's on softs with less fuel. So let's see how this plays out. Mike's on mediums. Wayne's on softs. Alex is on softs. Cinnamod is on softs. Carly's on softs. So 5th down to 8th, 9th, all very close with a mix of tyres. So we'll keep an eye on that. What's Dad's doing with Dan? I don't think. Looks like Dan's pulled a little bit out. Oh, Dad's right on the limit of track limits there. He's on his PB, but he's not shaking that Nissan. Nissan's pretty good on its tyres and its fuel. Well, its top end is a little bit lacking. Right, let's have a check then. Matt has done a 46.582. So look at that, 3 laps within under a tenth of each other. Chris, in the meantime, has just done a 46.236. So Chris has set the fastest lap, 4 attempts up on Matt. So he's quicker and he's on mediums, but he's got about a 5-6 second gap to pull. He's only 4 attempts on Matt. Responds from a purple first sector. So these two are properly going for it. Can Matt hold on? That Ford's super quick on the straight. We've seen him both be passed already on the banking. Dan has still got Daz behind him, and then what's going on for 5th? Mike's in 5th. Wayne's keeping him on this in 6th. Alex is 7th. I think he's got past Cinnamon in 8th. Well, actually no, Alex came out 7th, but Wayne, yes, I'm sure Wayne jumped him. Alex is also purple in the first sector. And Cinnamod, GTA7 with Carly behind. They're both on the same tyres with identical fuel. There's Snooze. Started well, and a bit of unfortunate contact. He's down to 10th, and then Dan still doing a sterling job in 11th. Right, let's see. First 2 are well clear. Let's see what lap time Matt pulls out this lap. See if that gap's coming down. Unfortunately with the replays we don't get the live timing gap, which is a bit of a shame. I'll have to guess it. Matt does a 46.368, so he goes his PB. Chris does a 45.8. So lowers the fastest lap again, and he's taken another half a second out. And we've got 5 laps to go. Matt is still, so he's probably got about a 5-second lead now, and there's 5 laps to go. So Chris needs to pull this in by a second a lap. But if we look at Matt's tyres, you can see that he's right rear. He's already almost half done. We've got 5 laps to go. Dan is now being caught really quickly by Daz. Daz did a 49.2, Dan a 49.7. So it looks like is Dan's tyre starting to fade? They're looking pretty good. What can Daz do? And looks like we've got a battle here. We have indeed. So it looks like Alex is trying to get a move done on Wayne. It looks like he's done him. That looked like a nice move. Let's go watch that. Let's go on board with Alex. As we've got the Jag now to our left. Looks like he's going to do a move down the inside. Oh, Wayne just goes a little bit deep. And there goes Batman. Nicely done by the Lambo driver. What can he do about the McLaren in front of him? Mike's still doing a good job in 5th, given that he was had his little confrontation through the bus stop. What can Alex do about Mike? So these guys having a cracking scrap here. Look at that. We've got 5th, 6th and 7th right together. It looks like Alex is going to try and make a move down the inside. He's got him. Good traction out of that last corner. Turn 6. What can the McLaren do? We've got the Jag right behind us. We're right behind the Lambo. Here comes the McLaren. The Lambo's top speed isn't great. Mike's going to try and make a move as they go into the bus stop. He's going to try and go around the outside. This went horribly wrong for last time. They try to go side by side, but look at this. Mike gets it done. Look at that. That was nice. And Wayne is right behind the pair of them. Oh, that was beautiful racing. But now we've got the McLaren. He's got the Lambo right behind. We're going to have a drag race as we go around the banking. Lambo's now out of the tow. You can see the top end just isn't quite there. Here goes the Lambo again. He's going to try and make a move as we go into the banking. Where is the Lambo? He's gone. You can just see it. There it is. Who's going to break last as we go into the first corner? Not quite. Look at that. So looks like Alex is going to try and make a cutback as they go through the kinks. Oh, Mike gets a huge tank slapper on. And it looks like Wayne's trying to benefit, but look at this for racing between these three. Wayne tries to go around the outside, and they're side by side as we come through the infield. And Wayne's got him, so huge tank slapper from Mike there, but he controlled it beautifully. He's now dropped down to 7th. Wayne's up to 6th. Alex has made it up to 5th. So Alex was last, but a bit of fuel saving I think has done the job. A nice recovery up to 6th, but Wayne looked like he was going a bit wide there in, sorry, 5th for Alex. 6th. Mike's is 7th, and it's allowing Dom to catch up in 8th. Stealthily catching these guys up nicely. Carly's in 9th. He's done a PB of a 48.4. Here comes Snooze, and here comes Dan. Right, let's see what's going on up front. Matt still in the mid to high 46s, but his tyres are starting to go. Chris is now banging out the 45s, another mere 45. Let's see if we can see the gap. You can see it. Chris is closing. There's 3 laps to go. It's getting tight between the first two. I think they pulled away now. Let's see. So Dan and Daz are fighting as well. Look at this. There are scraps everywhere you look in this race. What can Daz do? Looks like the tyres on the Mitsubishi. Oh no, what's happened to Daz? Oh, I think Daz has hit the notorious apex barrier of turn 1. So unlucky. He was sizing up 3rd there. I think he had a chance as well as the soft start to go off. This is the good thing about the tyre allocation, that different drivers use different tyres, and the softs and the mediums do tend to converge on lap time. In fact, they do probably cross over as the softs start to wear. So unlucky at Daz. He's just got to try and keep 4th place now from the Lambo, who's got Wayne right behind him, and he's got Mike right behind, and Cinema. So look at this battle. We got a cracking battle for 4th. Alright, let's see what's going on back at the lead. There's Matt going through the bus stop. There's Chris going through the bus stop. Look at that gap, it's coming down. Chris is only 3 tenths off. Matt's tyres, look at that rear right. He's looking horrid now. He's got another 3 laps, another 2 laps to go yet. And look how close that gap's getting. And 3rd's only at the bus stop, so they're well clear. Matt does a 46.8, so he's still consistently high 46s. Chris, though, look at that, he's banging in the mid 45s, so they're both consistent, but Chris is consistently now over a second a lap faster. Penultimate lap. These two are having a battle they've not had for a long time on track. Can Matt hang on? His tyres are going. Fuel's looking good. They've both got plenty of fuel. In fact, Chris has probably got a bit too much fuel, if anything. Dan's now cemented 1st. He's doing a grand job on his debut in DTCC. Daz is in a fairly safe 4th. Alex is now in 5th, doing PB still, but he can't shake off, can't make any mistakes. He's got Wayne right behind him, just down 47 dead. So Wayne's flying on his softs. Mike's still doing a good job in 7th. and Cinnamon is in 8th. So these 4, all to play for. But if we look at the front, I saw them caught my eye. Here comes the Ford. You can see the speed difference now. We're catching that Chevy up quickly. If we look at the speeds, Matt's doing 57. Chris in the tow now is doing 65. As we go into the bus stop, Chris get himself lined up for the penultimate. Oh, got a little bit of grass there. That looked a bit sketchy. That's let Matt pull away again. So look at this. They come across the line for the last lap. You can see now that slight little grassy moment has let the Chevy pull away. Can he close that gap? Matt's tyres now are absolutely on the knife edge. That right rear is about to give up. Matt crosses the line, does a 46.9, so he's staying really consistent. What's Chris done? Chris has done a 46.6. He's still slightly quicker, even though he's got a mistake. And let's see what's going on for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. Cinnamod's on the tail of the Macca. He's getting there. But I think we have to watch what's going on at the front as we go into the last lap. It is literally this close. We've not had a finish this close in DTCC for the win for a long time in the sprint. The last time was Blue Moon Oval, and that was an oval. So Chris is gaining. What can the Corvette do? The tyres are almost dead. Just a quick look what's going on. 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th look fairly similar. So back to the front we go. Here comes Chris. He's on a PB. It's the last lap and he's on a PB. Let's go from the back of Matt's car. We can see that GT closing on us all the time as we come into the bus stop for the last time. Let's watch Chris on board through the bus stop. It's sparking in front. Can they keep it tight through the last couple of corners? They do. Oh, Chris is really pushing those limits, but let's watch as we go. The run to the line now. Has the Chevy got enough? I'm not sure he has. You know, that Ford is so quick on the straights. Here comes Chris. He's in the tow. They literally can see the line in front of him. It's going to be a photo finish. Matt tries to take the defensive line in the middle, but Chris has gone past. Chris has taken him. Look at that. And look, there's a checker flag. Chris gets it on the line. First and second, a couple of tenths apart. What a race between the pair of them. Chris did him as they came across the line. And you can see Matt's right rear is gone. Wow, what a finish that was. Dan's coming across the line now. Let's just see what's going on behind him. Looks like 5th, 6th, 7th. Oh, it looks like Cinnamod's got past. Let's just see what happened there. Cinnamod has got past the McLaren. Let's just catch what happened there. Oh, I think a slight mistake through the bus stop by Mike. Oh yeah, oh no, just got another tank slapper, caught the grass coming out. So Dan comes across the line, a great third from him, used 2 sets of softs, but nevertheless a great debut for Dan. Comes across the line third, well done sir. Here comes Daz, I think third was in sight there, but good 4th, he's returned to DTCC. Comes Alex, good recovery, in 5th. Wayne, a great 6th, his best result. Cinnamod in 7th. Mike gets 8th. Here comes Carly recovering in 9th. And Snooze coming around the banking. And there's down the 11th. Let's just watch Snooze come across the line. What a finish that was. Alex going across the line on his hards. In 10th. And then here comes Dan finishing 11th. I'm out of breath. I knew the result. Right. Here comes Dan. Mama Sykes says, some race, great racing guys. Well done everyone. Nice one, Matthew. You're welcome. And Dan, does a naughty and spins it across the line. Look at that for a stop though. Right, there we go. So, Chris takes the win. About as close as you could get. Gets Matt on the run up to the line. Gets fastest lap on the last lap as well, 45.3. Man, couldn't do anything about that. Forward in the straight line in the end, and look at his rear tyres. Probably went a lap too early on the softs, but that was a cracking race between the pair of them. Flat out the whole way. He finishes second, and then rounding out the podium is Dan, doing a great job in third. Then we've got Daz finishing fourth. That's a rubbish view. Can we get a better view of Daz? No, we can't. That's even worse. Thanks, GT Sport. So good fourth for him. And then Alex and Wayne having a cracking battle. The battle for midfield was superb there. So Alex gets fifth from the back. Wayne, I think his best result so far of his 4 races, gets great sixth. Cinnamod Dom gets seventh. His first race at DTCC. Mike finishes 8th after quite an eventful race. Carly finishes 9th. Always get a good view of the Porsche, it seems. Snooze finishes 10th, and then Dan spins us across the line and takes out a marker board, as is his trait, in 11th. So there we go. That was round 2 of the 6th, 7th series of DTCC. Next up is Tokyo, and the weather forecast is not looking that great for Tokyo at the moment, so this could be the first wet race we have in GT7. Thank you for watching. That was a pleasure to commentate on, and we will see you again very soon. Chris in the chat says, well done, Matt. Thank you. That was good fun, even though I still haven't got over the result, Chris. That was a cracking race. I think one of the best we've had. So we will see you again in a week or so's time. Good night.